What's up, y'all? Come through, say what's up. Hey, I hope everybody doing well. Hey, y'all, I just wanted to have a quick conversation, and I'm gonna try to make it as quick as possible. I just, I realized something today. Maybe I've been realized it, but I think, I'm gonna give y'all a few minutes to come in, man. Hey, I hope everybody's doing well. What up, Devontae? Hey, I wanna say something real quick, and I thought about something. So I guess by now y'all have already seen the video. It's first of all, it's been a lot of I went downtown midnight. I'll make this quick. So this discussion is not about it's not about the riots, right? So I think it's not about the riots, but I want to give you a perspective that I kind of thought about, and it kind of. So check this out. So as y'all know I live in North Carolina, and last night they protested downtown Raleigh. So my biggest thing, I wanted to see for myself. Does that make sense? Hey, Erica, I seen that interview with Coco. That's dope. So I wanted to. So hey, Sister Bobby. Hey. So listen, I rolled down there last night around midnight, and to be honest, I really didn't expect nobody to be downtown Raleigh. And I shared the pictures. I wasn't gonna share the pictures because I really didn't want. I didn't really want to share them, but I felt like I needed to see it for myself, and maybe I needed to see it for myself, because it's easy to kind of take somebody's perspective and digest it and try to digest it and make it, you know how we do, break stuff down analytically and super analytical and stuff like that. So I went downtown. I saw the pictures. It was rough. It was rough. But here's the thing. So I've seen some more pictures during the daytime, and I'm gonna be honest, it was really rough. They had a protest in Rocky Mount, right? Which is, I'm gonna be living there in the next couple weeks, right? For the most part, they was probably setting up since like 12 o'clock, in the afternoon, 12:30, 1 o'clock. They basically had one person in uniform, 3 plain clothes. Was it? Yeah, plain clothes mean just like this. So, and you could ride through there. So if you follow, I'm gonna give you a nugget. If you want to know where the protests are, you need to put your city in the search bar, and it'll tell you if your city is having a protest or not. So that's how I found out. So went there. I kind of took a couple pictures and just kind of assessed the situation, right? And it still was where the location was. It still was the same, right? So if you follow Twitter, I mean, people was really nervous. Like, people on Twitter was really nervous about the protests in Rocky Mount, because I'm just gonna tell you, we ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. In the East, they get down. You feel what I'm saying? Rocky Mount is popping like that. But so here's the thing, though. On my ride back from Rocky Mount, right, I have to drive an hour back home. I realized something, that we have to really control the narrative. It's super hard, because as a black person and you're trying to take a stand on what you believe in, and you're trying to be clear with the message, right? And it's a lot of things that work against you, like the media. Like you see people right now, people are torn between, and it's the only reference I'm going to make to it, because I don't want to have a big discussion about violence versus peace, right? So everybody grown, everybody know what each definition is. Here's the thing that we gotta be clear. If you are a non-black person and you're marching with black people, you have to understand that when you say Black Lives Matter, when you as a white person, you say it, you're saying that, like, literally to you, you're saying that literally our lives matter, right? Because we're the one that has the issue. So when you say Black Lives Matter and you're a non-black person, you're supporting the cause. Your language is the same. You're saying that you're the same as black people and that we deserve equality. When that's our message and you come in and say all lives matter, you're taking the focus off of what we're marching for. Because this is not, it's not about, we're not having a debate about sexual orientation or we're not having like one of those discussions where all lives matter is the main message. As a black person, it doesn't matter it doesn't matter. As a non-black person, you got to repeat the same language because it helps get the message clear. It's telling the people that's doing the evil that it's not okay. And the reason why most black people get upset when we say all lives matter and when we say Black Lives Matter, you say all lives matter, you got to remember we're the underdog and the media is out, or certain people is out to make our message unclear and have confusion. And it's not only on that, you have to, we don't have time to vet. You don't have time to vet people and see if their intention is pure or the same as yours. When you marching for a cause, I literally just thought about this, man. The biggest divide, and it might seem like a small thing, and I know that's why some people got out, because at the end of the day, I'm just telling you, like, straight up, it's not about, listen, when you don't, you got to remember this too. As a black person, we're the only ones in this country that really can't trace their roots. We're told we're from Africa, but we can't trace it back to the tribe. If you look at every other race of people, they can all trace their lineage back to, like, Europe, Middle East. A lot of the information that black people get, I'm not saying that the genealogy stuff is not real, but we have to believe and hope that the information that we're getting is authentic. Whereas other races, you could look at any of them and they'll tell you they're from Europe, their families from Europe, Czechoslovakia, China, whatever. But when it comes to black people, we just hear the word Africa and we have to accept it, but we can't trace it back to our origin. And I'm not talking about Adam and Eve. Now I'm just saying, our identity. So for a lot of us, our journey starts here. And a lot of the narrative has to be so tight and so focused that there is no confusion. This how real it has to be. It's like a preacher. It's like a preacher amongst preachers. The one that's teaching, like, the truth, it has to be like that. It can't be no watering down of nothing. Everything has to be like so focused and so disciplined and so organized. Because what's hurting us right now, and again, I just feel like everything is everything is focused on the wrong thing. And if you're not careful, it's like they say playing cards. It's like, if I don't see it, I can't verify that it's happening. You gotta think like that, man. And then I'm just being honest with you, like, I don't know, man. It's like, at the end of the day, I feel a certain way about certain things, but I'm just telling you, when it comes to Black Lives Matter or All Lives Matter, you got to understand what the message is, and you got to understand what it means. You can't, listen, it is, when it comes to an issue, no one deserves to die. I'm talking about no person of any race deserves to die like George Floyd. But here is, hey, what's going on? But here is the fact, man, that no one deserves to die regardless of race, right? But black people, we have had to work so hard to try to have some things in life. We started behind. I know people are tired of hearing the 400 years or all this kind of stuff. We are not slaves, like, in that sense. But a lot of us, we do the right thing. We go to work, we clock in, we pay our bills, we go on vacation, we take care of our kids. Whatever hand that we dealt, a lot of us just play the hand that we dealt, and we don't, and we do the same routine every week. But here's the thing, though. When you look at land, look at land. Black people work the land, right? And they were told if they worked the land, they would own the land or a piece of the land, right? So a lot of us, when we look at our last name, we don't have nothing to pass to the next generation. And I'm just saying, that's why I say it's really deeper. Like, sometimes it's very, very tough to look at the whole picture. I'm not one of the, I know a lot of people talk about woke. I don't know about that woke stuff. I just know that when I look at how I look at me, and recently, y'all know that, like, I was looking for some land and stuff like that. And it's not one of them situations where I can just go up to blase. I have to go through, you have to go through all these trials and tribulations to get to own a piece of land. And then on top of that, I have to make sure that as a man that tries to have principle, as a man that's trying to stick my chest out and say our family owns something, I'm going to have to make sure that if I turn to dust tomorrow, that land stays in our family. I'm telling you, this is the real deal Holyfield. Like, a lot of this stuff that that struggle is real. And I'm telling you, we got that down pat, but the other side of it, we have to also, we deserve respect, and we deserve to be treated as human beings and not like animals. You have to really be careful. I'm just telling you, thinkers understand. What I realized too, that this fight is really not my mama's and my daddy's and my mama, and it's not their fight. It's our fight. You know what I'm saying? Or the young, or whatever, they fight. I know nobody wants to hear that, but I'm telling you, we all got to do our part. And I'm telling you, I really think that, because I noticed with us black people, I think we're very welcoming. We're very welcoming with I think we're welcoming with everybody. We're more welcoming with other people than we are our own race. And if I could just state that, and maybe that's your opinion, and maybe you don't think that's real, but I'm telling you that. So, at the end of the day, I don't believe that you should. Whatever you feel is what you feel, right? And I'm not talking about right or wrong. I'm saying whatever you feel is what you feel. But I just think that you got to make sure that there's no smoke and mirrors. And the only way to prove that there's no smoke and mirrors, you have to stand on principle. You have to stand on principle. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, and I get it. This is years of frustration. I'm not on that, like, you know. I'm just saying, the end goal, it has to be equality. It has to be fairness. And I'm gonna be honest. I'm the type of person. I'm just gonna be honest. The way I was raised, it was tough. So a lot of things, I don't want nobody to give me nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's just what I mean. But what every person should have is equality, and they should have justice. Period, point blank, period. So I just wanted to come live and just really say to everybody that that message is clear. Black Lives Matter. And the thing about black people, we know that all lives matter. But you got to also understand, when if you're going to join in, your language has to match the language that we're using, because Black Lives Matter. We fight for, we join in on everybody's stuff, man, and we have an opinion about everything, you know, whether it's, you know, somebody's sexual orientation or somebody being treated badly in the workplace. I'm saying it's open. Everybody's aware. It's time to get back to keeping that message clear that Black Lives Matter. You can't allow, and the only thing, as any of us, you can't allow or give them ammo to water down the message that's being put out. We just can't do it like that. At the end of the day, it is better to be on strong foundation and get a little rocked versus causing the rocking. I just literally thought about that. I said, man, this is because, see, you don't even understand that when you say Black Lives Matter, that's how we get down. That's the language that we speak. Even when we say Black Lives Matter, we still talking about equality for everybody. That's the thing that a lot of people don't get. So I just wanted to kind of talk about that. This right here is because it makes me concerned about, like, and I'm gonna tell you, we have to have that same energy in November. I know nobody wants to hear that either, but it's the truth. We have to have the same energy in November, because we got to get this man out, y'all. We got to get him out. People that don't have our interest and don't have the people's interest, they got to go. Anybody that divides a country like this and it's allowed, they got to go. I'm not famous. I'm not famous. I'm not none of that stuff. So a lot of this stuff you probably say because such and such ain't saying it, you know, it's in one ear out the other. But I'm just letting you know that when it comes to us, we got to be solid as a rock. We got to make sure that Black Lives Matter does not change. If you join in the protest and you're not black, Black Lives Matter. See, black people, we know that all lives matter. See, we'll yell Black Lives. See, the thing about us, and I know this because this is what we're capable of, we'll focus on one thing and still help you out and have your back. I guarantee you. That's just how we are. Our mentality is like that. We built like that. So we built for it tough. So a lot of this stuff, that's why you have people that can multitask and get things done with little to no effort. Or it's just it's no big deal. So I really have, man. I really yeah, yeah, and I'm not. Trust me, y'all. I can't. I know what's going. I know we all have eyes. We all see it. We all know if it's a truth, if it's a lie. I'm talking about what we see going on at the protest. And you have eyes. I don't have to talk about that. But I'm just telling you, when it comes down to this Black Lives Matter, and you are a non-black person, just remember it's not a personal thing. It's not a. We're not saying that you don't matter. It's just we so far behind that we always playing catch up. And I'm just gonna tell you, sometimes when you, it's just everybody's struggle should be the same. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And it's not, you just gotta really make sure, because these boys will try to change that conversation like that. And I'm talking about the media. I mean, at the end of the day, their job as the media, it should be to show the whole picture. But you're not getting the whole picture. And I'm just saying, we as individuals, we can't get on the ammo to smear the campaign that we're currently on. I know nobody wants to hear it, but it's all good though. I'm telling you, because at the end of the day, a lot of the struggle, it don't come from celebrity. It comes from common folks like you and I. And I'm just letting you know that. I don't care how many of them show up at the protest. I'm just telling you, we're the ones that got to deal with the pain and the carnage and the wreckage. We're the one that got to deal with this stuff, because this is our normal lives. A lot of us, when we go to work, we clocking in 9 to 5. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just telling you, our mentality is different, man. When you struggle and you come from the struggle, it gets tiresome. Because at the end of the day, you just want to have a good life. And if you have kids, you want to see your kids win. And you send them to college because the biggest reason why people send their kids to college is because they want their child to have a better life. That's all our parents want from us, for us. That's all they want for us, for us. That's all they want. So, I'm praying for everybody, man, and I'm gonna tell you, don't get it twisted. I'm having a conversation. I'm not. Don't get it twisted. I pray a lot about this stuff because I don't like seeing people in pain. Just generally speaking, and I know what it is to be young, to be confused, to also. I've been there. I'm telling you, I've been there because I've been there, man. I remember when I turned 19, I worked at this plant, and all I wanted to do was be a machine operator, because that's all I saw for my life. They was making $13 an hour, and that's all I saw. It was the only thing that I felt that was within my goal. I don't forget that stuff. All you want is to have a good life and provide for your family. And I'm just telling you, we got to make sure that message is so clear. Celebrities are celebrities, got it. But I'm just telling you, we got to live with it. We have to make sure that you don't got to get out here and fight people and all this kind of stuff. But what you got to do, you got to keep that stuff on people's mind. Social media is a big platform. You got to use it to keep this stuff fresh. It's already enough relationship advice and all this hater stuff. Take that, bury that for a month, and keep the message about George Floyd and Trayvon Martin and Sean Reed and Sandra Bland. To be honest, if we want to change the world, we gotta keep it in people's face. So I have nothing but love and respect for everybody, man, and I don't like seeing this much pain. You understand what I'm saying? But we just got to make sure that, again, that we hold not only the officers accountable, but we hold ourselves accountable for what we're representing, the message that we're trying to put out to the public. I talked to one of my homeboys today, and we just had a great discussion, man. And we're a lot older now, and at one time we had like this much energy, but as you grow older and you have kids, or you're moving further along in life, your perspective and the way you see things really change. And I'm just gonna tell you, so it really changes, and what's important changes. You understand what I'm saying? But so if you want to find out where they're protesting, the best method to use is either go to Twitter and type your city in, or maybe do the Facebook search if you want to get involved. And if not, it's cool too. It is what it is. Everything in for everybody. That's what we always say. But again, man, let's keep the message clear. If you join in the protest, that's anybody, because everybody can't physically do it. I'm just gonna tell you, my knees hurt right now. My knees hurt right now, y'all. But I just think whatever we do though, we cannot lose hope. I don't care how corny it sounds, how simp it sounds. I don't care. Do not lose hope, because that's how we survived this far. I always believe if a man loses hope, you might well go and bury yourself 6 feet under, man. Because hope pulls people through. Hope pulls people through. So, God bless you, God keep you, man. Y'all be safe out here, man, and just think about it. And if you have one, you know how sometimes you have these discussions. Remember, don't get so offensive. Explain what it is. Like, make sure that when you explain it, make sure that whoever you're talking to, they get it clear. If they ask you why they doing this, why they doing that, they say they not the color of your skin, don't get frustrated. Talk to them like you're talking to a friend, so they understand where you coming from and what it means and why it's happening now. It's simple. Everybody doesn't hate black people. You feel what I'm saying? Some people that do, but it ain't everybody's a big word. You feel what I'm saying? Some is totally different from everybody. But I just was really thinking that, because it's happening all over the world, y'all. Minneapolis, Chicago, I think it was in Greensboro, Raleigh, Rocky Mount, Wilson, Philly. It's a lot of places, and I think it's just important that we ensure and make sure that when we conversate about it to other people, that we're, even when in our frustration, we're explaining it from a place of love. Because we want people to understand. We're not animals, we're not savages. I can have a conversation with you and totally disagree with you. And maybe we have a conversation and you never get it. But I'm going to tell you, from me personally, Once I have a conversation, I'm not trying to be the smartest one in the room. To be honest, I really just try to, it helps me grow. Perspective is, so nothing but love over here, man. I got to do my work. I'm going to make me a quick phone call. I'm gone, y'all. God bless you. God keep you. Look at my stomach, y'all. Pray for me. Pray for me, y'all. Pray for me. Peace.